Here to let you know that we're going to be heading up to Prince of Wales, Alaska, and Minkoff Island, and we're going to be mapping for onyx.
Guys, I think you remember we started out with Jackery. We love it. It's the reason we bought it. And then we started getting reviews, and we were doing reviews for everybody else's company as well. Right now, Jackery has made a cost-effective home backup solution for people when they're in the middle of storm season, or maybe they're just trying to cut some costs on their electric bill. Instead of putting a wall panel up, this is more cost-effective. It comes in a dual pack, so you get 2 solar panels, 2 power station units, and you can connect 2 solar panels to 1 power station. You cannot connect both power stations to each other. They're meant for multiple rooms. I've tested it at home. We had a heat wave and I could not cook inside the house. It was just horrible. Couldn't cook. So I pulled it outside, made my food outside on the Jackery while it was charging up on the solar because we had lots of sun. And then we used it in our camp setup when we were doing our reviews for the products that we had that we need to do reviews before our expedition because we're trying to figure out what we're taking. I've used it in our storage shed when we're going through all of our projects to sort it, you know, going to an expo, coming back from an expo. Anyways, multiple uses. I've had one in the RV, one out here in the storage shed, or on our travels, we have it. So it works great. Multiple room solution, and it's very cost effective. I think basically you're getting 2 for the price of 1 right now. It's absolutely amazing, and they've come up with some great features that we didn't have on our last unit. We normally have to carry a little solar spot so we can tell when the sun is hitting the solar panel correctly. Jackery has installed one right on the panel, so now we don't need that accessory anymore. These solar hookups, you have an adapter on them. You can angle them if you need to, or you can pull it straight in. Nice and easy. Very simple to use, just like the other ones. These have a light feature. They've got the 3 AC plugs, 2 USB-Cs, and your 1 USB-A. You also have your DC 12 volt, 10 amp charger. Very simple. You can plug it into a wall. It charges up really quickly. And then here's your 2 plugs for your solar panels. So you can connect 1 solar panel or 2 solar panels. The other nice thing is if you're only using 1 of these at a time and your battery goes down and you don't have enough sun to boost it up and you're in a storm situation, you still have a second one that you can use and run off of. So I try to keep ours topped off, and it's great. I mean, I've used it in multiple places. We've used it out in our camping scenarios, we've used it at home, and I've used it, well, we're in a farm field right now. No electricity. So this is how I charge it up so I don't have to keep hauling it back to the house or the RV.
And by the way, she knows way more about this than I do, so this is really cool.
Well, yeah, we're just busy right now. But anyways, great product. I would say look it up, check it out.
Wife's got me doing some chores. Look how much easier this is. This used to be 2 trips walking. Wow! I found a shady spot. Woo! That's hot. It's like 87 out here today. It's hot. This bike is awesome. No wonder you want it. Okay. Get low speed control. So what we're doing now is we're at Silverton Art Center and City Park, and it's Coolidge McMahon Park. Is that how you say it?
Coolidge McLean.
Coolidge McLean Park. That's here in Silverton. Look at this beautiful place. Right?
Yeah.
The disc brakes are phenomenal. Phenomenal. And they're hydraulic. They got reservoirs up here, mineral oil. They're adjustable. I took this right out of the box, and all I did is put the handlebars and seat on and the 2 racks. And it comes either plain without the racks, or they have some options too. But I chose these 2 because of what we do. We live close to the Silverton area, and we'd go uptown to grab our groceries, and we do stuff. And so it's more of a town bike for us. And we have one that's more off-road, but for a town bike, this is fantastic. Place, look at this park, fantastic.
It's nice.
That's a memory of somebody.
Wow, that's very cool.
Now I'm using just my back brakes going down and just barely tapping my front brakes when I need to turn something. Nice spot. I live out here in the farmlands and right next to the city of Silverton. It's got the combination. It's a great place to test bikes. I can take you guys through every kind of scenario just about possible, just right here out my back door. And I love bikes. So for me to test bikes and review bikes, it's kind of like a dream, you know. I appreciate you guys watching the videos. And anyways, so now I'm up to 19.8 on level ground. And I'm doing, yeah, so I'm doing almost 20 miles an hour. Yeah, I'm doing just 20. I just hit a 20. Anyways, I'm going to show you the brakes, the hydraulic brakes. I'm going to use both at the same time. Check this out. That's right on the verge of skidding. So I gave it full maximum brake power. Well, I got telling myself, I said I didn't skid. I skid. So you know I was crunching on the brakes. But check this thing out, man. So I've had it out here in the dirt. You can see the dirt. My bike, man, I've had it everywhere. I'll tell you one good thing about this bike is I like those tough, big old spokes. We got to check this out. They're using great components. I've used it for a week, and I've been going out 20 miles to 25 miles a day, and I'm usually down 50%, a little more than 50%, 38% last night. So I'm doing 25 miles, and now I'm up to 116 miles. I'll tell you what, I'm in love with this thing. Only thing I would probably change for me is I like black bikes or gray bikes, but my wife is probably going to want to keep this because I'm going to have to get something else because she fell in love with this. But I'm riding it right now for the test, and then she's probably going to take it because she loves it. It's got the bigger seat, you know, it's nice and padded. It's got the quick release here, battery turn off here, charging. It's your typical 48 volt. Got an upgraded quality light. Look at this thing. It's like the lights on my truck. It's like a Baja light. Beautiful hydraulic brakes, disc brakes. It's great. Oh, grip shift. You know, it's got 7 speeds, so, and 1 up front, so it's just a 7-speed, and that's all you need in these town bikes. And this is, I would call this a town and a town trail bike. check this out. Just thought of it. So I got on these forks. It's a suspension, and I've got them as loose as they can go. And you can see how much travel I get right there, but I got them loose. And that's an adjustable one. I tried it earlier on hard. That's too hard of a ride for me, for what I do. If you're on streets, you'd probably want it on hard. And this is how you turn them on and off. But it's been working great. I'm out here in the dust, construction site, so let's go for a ride. Oh, I'm just take a break and not pedal. I'm just running the throttle. Woo! It's getting warm today. They said it's supposed to be 92. For me, that's pretty warm. We're gonna test the brakes. This is just the front brake. See how the shock is working? That's awesome. I only used the front brake and I leaned back just to test what it could do, because I was braking very lightly to stop myself. That's great.
So Bobby, what do you think of these new traction boards?
I like them. They're really cool. They're a lot thicker and they seem heavier duty than most of your industry standard. They got the teeth on them. They're pretty sturdy. Lots of bite on those. What really turned me on about them, let's check this out. I have a jack. Look at that Jackstand on myself. This is a perfect base for your jack. Say you're in sand, you don't want your jack to sink, any of that. I mean, look what we're using it for right here, to level out the rig. Yeah. I mean, it just went right up on there, and it's been sitting there all day in the heat. And I would expect to see some sort of deformation in it that hasn't deformed at all in the heat. They come with these mounting brackets. You get 2 per pack. There's 2 in each one. They come in these nice little bags. You can hold them in bags or decide to mount them. I think I'm gonna mount mine to the stock Jeep rack. This will work out pretty good. Keep them out of my way. This is one of the main things right here, is how thick it is. I like the idea of having a farm jack on there, and I mean, it fits perfect. Pretty nice. I like them. I like them a lot.
And you can
and they got these little straps right here. Tell you what, when these get buried in the snow,
that's a nice grab.
You grab that thing and just rip it right out of there.
Yeah, that is a nice grab.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, we do a lot of digging out in the snow for some funny reason. How many can you stack on those?
As many as you have, you know. Say you got a little rut that you got to get through. Just throw one in the bottom, throw one on each end, and create yourself a little bridge. You know, if it's a little sketchy, I mean, they stack and lock.
So yeah, that is a nice bag. You can put that in. That's great for pulling it into the house if you need to do something different.
You're not storing them outside on a rack or something, and they're all mucky and everything. You throw them in here. Now you got all that sand or whatever contained in that bag.
Traveling the way we like to travel to campsites, you never know if you're going to have a level site. So having boards that you can use for leveling.
Multiple boards is nice too.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. These things will lock. This is in the base. Put another one on top. Now you've created yourself a little crossing.
Oh, nice.
Just like that.
Fantastic.
Please stack to put them away. You got different mounting holes in here for the mounting brackets that it comes with, but they mold right together and stack in there perfectly. So
these compared to other traction boards are thicker, right?
They are thicker. The like Max Tracks are not as thick as these. What on the website, these are $86.99 for a set of 2. It comes with brackets, the handle, the bag.
You're good to go. Yeah.
Pretty good stuff.
So we have the new Gasland water heater. We got the deluxe package. It came with the bag. It has spots so we can put 3 of our 1-pounders in here. It has 2 side bags. This one for the shower, the holder, and the plug-in. It's nice to have a bag that can carry everything all in one go. So then we have the Gasland heater, water heater, the manual, and we have a deluxe washer for our puppies or dishes. They could be used for anything. And then this cord would be for the shower. They actually have floor mats too if you want to purchase an extra floor mat to go with it. So these just plug in. So the red goes to the red and it snaps in. It's nice and tight. This is a holder thing unscrews. And you can screw it back in. There you go. And then this would actually go in the same hole. Then we have the pump. You put that down in here, plug this in, and then this goes to the pump. And it pulls up. This is the attached side. Here you go. Here's your DC, or your 12 volt DC in. And I've got my Jackery out today. So I'll plug this into the Jackery. Turn on my AC. There we go. I always suggest just looking through the manual really quick so you know you've got everything set up correct. You have the option to use a 1-pounder to hook in, or you can use the big tank. So because a lot of times we bring our big tank in the Ignik holder, which by the way you can use as a seat. They're pretty nice. And it also has some little holders. We have these attachments for it so we can plug in.
Don't over tighten these. Just get them snug.
You put the hose
There's
in.
the adapter right here.
So again, you can use this with the 1-pounders. This is going to be nice.
Snug.
So this is your temperature. So you want it warmer. Heat's on, the shower's on, the battery, and the water's coming out. Hi, baby.
Look at that.
Hi. This would work great for dishes too with the rubbies. And I do like the fact that you can turn it on and off.
Got all kinds of room in here, buddy.
Yeah.
95, 70 in the bucket.
Yep. Pump off.
And power off.
Power off.
And
Nice.
it's charging still.
I am impressed. So we did that when the battery wasn't fully charged.
Yep.
What do you think, Patches? Okay. Oh! Really quick. Lesson learned. Make sure your hose is all the way tightened. I just wanted to show you what this one comes with. So, I turn this on. Turn the pump on. So you can actually push it in to stop the water flow. Push it out to start the water flow. So we got it on 3 settings. There's 1 and 2. Wow, the stars, I would definitely take a shower with this. Okay, so it looks like there's 3 settings, but oh yeah, there is. Okay, then just stop it. Push it in. That's nice.
The water is 68 and it's instant 108.
That is lovely. So, again, you can either hook it up. We have it hooked up to a power bank, or if your battery is fully charged,
Which is
you
charging
don't have
right now.
to have it fully charged. And I'm running out of bucket water. So once your bucket runs down, if it's not fully covered, obviously turn off your pump and refill. So we're getting ready to go on our Alaska expedition. In Southeast Alaska, we're going to be hitting Mitkoff Island, which is Petersburg, and then Prince of Wales. Typically we only carry first aid kit, but I believe it's hunting season, or it will be hunting season for a portion of the time that we're there. There's a lot of bears out because it's salmon season. So we have included in our first aid kit the trauma kits, which these are actually also called individual first aid kits, IFAK. There's a bigger pack, and then there's a small pack. We'll take the small pack when we're hiking or when we're walking away from the vehicle. We'll keep the big one in with our first aid kit in our 4Runner. Typically, we wouldn't probably need tourniquets and stop bleeds and quick clot, but in a situation where you're around people with guns and potential bear incidents, it's a good idea. I'll show you what's in them. It's a really neat feature. This is from RTS. I kept the tag on this one just so that you could see it. This has a nice band. You could probably use this for multiple purposes as well. Something to hold on tight, a bandage if you needed to. I have the tourniquet already pulled off on this one. The wrapper off anyway. So I have a picture of Austin showing you how to use a tourniquet. But just know, if you don't know how to use any of this equipment, it is good to go online and take a quick little course first so that you're aware of how to use the stuff in these bags. The small kit, these are pretty tight. Now these aren't like your Band-Aids. We added a couple Band-Aids because they didn't have Band-Aids when we were looking for them and we didn't have our first aid kit handy. But this comes with your compressed gauze, your basic hand cleansing, some little new gauze packs. Yeah, it's a 4-inch bandage. And then it comes with your exam gloves, your quick clot, chest seal, twin pack. I mean, you hope nothing ever happens, but you want to be prepared because then it shouldn't ever happen, right? This is the one that's going to be in for the 4Runner. The nice thing is this has got a MOLLE panel backing, so you can hook this up to a MOLLE panel. You can hook it up on a belt like this one. Will fit on a belt or a backpack. Got lots of different options on there. Great design. It's got a rip handle so you can pull it off easy, but also it's got the zippers, double handles. So again, this one comes with 2 chest packs for an entrance and an exit wound. This one has additional features for airway, quick clot, your nitrile exam gloves. You have a safety light stick, which is handy because accidents don't always happen in the daylight. You have things to cut your pants or your clothes or your bandages. If you need to write notes or make a mark of where an injury is so you know if your infection's getting worse, you've got your tape, CPR mask, fresh and gauze, your emergency bandage, the 4-inch bandage. Austin tucked in a bunch of bandages just in case because you often will need those. And then we have a lube pack, and they are not just a first aid company, but they do sell the first aid pack, what I call a trauma pack. We will be carting these with us on our trip to Alaska. And also we think it's really important to have the refill pack. So we got a refill pack so that way if we pull stuff out of one of these packs, we can instantly put stuff back into them when we get home, or maybe we might actually take it because we're going to be gone like between 4 and 6 weeks in Alaska. So it's a good idea to have extra when you're out because you never know what you're going to use until you're using it.
We tried it at night.
This bike works great at nighttime.
We're in this town called Silverton, Oregon. You've seen us getting ready for the expedition a little bit yesterday. Wife was out there washing dogs, getting stuff on. I was inside dealing with phone calls and emails. And anyways, here to let you know that we're going to be heading up to Prince of Wales, Alaska and Minkoff Island. And we're going to be mapping for Onyx. And we're going to be doing a few other things. Episode 1, you'll see who those sponsors are. Pretty amazing people to work with. We're happy to have them this year. And we chose companies that we could rely on. Us as creators are going up there and we're doing a job for Onyx. But to pay for something like this, we have to call people, make arrangements to help pay the cost. Because something like this is, there's a lot involved. We're going to be shooting for some lodges while we're up there, be doing some commercials. We're going to be doing some stuff on the side for us so we can make a living. And then we're also going to be working for Onyx. We're going to be checking out the locals. And then we're going to be looking at some native villages and looking at some totem poles and checking out the environment of Prince Wales. And I'll tell you right now, from all the guiding years that I did up there with some of my best friends and all the places, that was the dream place to go. And everybody's been asking to have that mapped. And I'll tell you right now, you want to see that series. It's going to be this year, 2025, this fall. We'll be back probably in November. So right around Thanksgiving, expect the first episode. I'm sorry, but I just threw her under the bus. First episode, Thanksgiving. So anyways, the first episode, there will be 12 episodes. There could be some bonuses at the end, but we are going to shoot 12 episodes. They're going to be around 45 minutes a piece, and we're going to try to release one a week. But if they gets to be too much, we'll be doing it every 2 weeks. Just know that we're going to give it our all, and we don't want to sacrifice the quality that we will not do. We're going to give you the full deal. So I have a feeling at the worst, just expect every 2 weeks. Some weeks we might get an extra video out there for you. But other than that, we can't wait to have you join us up there. Start looking at our Instagram channel, because our Instagram channel, we're starting to use it for some other avenues in business and communicating with our friends, because it's hard to communicate through YouTube. And so we're using Instagram as a way to communicate with our viewers, you. And we'd like you to join us on this trip. Monica's in charge of the Instagram. I'm kind of in charge of the YouTube, and I'm in charge of the final edit. She's in charge of editing, and I'm in charge of the customers in our contracts, and she makes it all sound good. So she's the operation. I'm the ideas. I'm kind of broken down nowadays, so there's certain things I can't do because I can't keep my attention long enough to do something complex. So she jumps in as a partner and she does the complex things, and then I'm more initial attack stuff because that's what I'm good at. What do you have to say?
Well, Basically what we were showing you guys in the video this time was just the review of products that we've had available, that we've been testing, and we haven't had a chance to share them with you. We're trying to show all ranges for cost because we know people will go out and maybe not have enough money to buy.
So one of the things that I've noticed, everybody says you're rich. No, I've been doing this. I've been doing these adventures for 35 years, and the people that know me can contest to that because I'm still living miraculously after 29 surgeries. So I'm meant to do this. So she's just she's along for the ride. Now she kind of is addicted to herself. She doesn't want to admit it.
I love adventure too.
Yeah, but now that she's got her new pocket knife by Benchmade, she's not losing it no more.
I'm not wearing it right now.
Yeah, and she ain't. I'll tell you right now. You know, of course, I've got my Benchmade knives, and I love them. Of course, this is the bug out. You know, I carry that everywhere. More on the expeditions, I'll be carrying my other Benchmade. Anyways, we want to wrap this up because we don't want to get it too long. So see us on the trail. We've got some new products we're going to be using up there. There are a lot of products that you're going to be using up there that are tried and true. It's because we ended up going up 2 months later this year than we were planning on because something else was planned ahead of time. Some mishaps in shipping and tariffs and everything. Things got mixed around, and so what we said is we're just in still full bore on this project, and so we moved our schedule for another company, and we're going up in September, which is hunting season, and the bears are down at the creeks, and there's going to be bears in the water. So I picked up another camera, and I'm going to be doing some bear photography for you guys. They're fishing on just when the salmon are coming up the creeks, just some bears for you. And we're going to show you this year some highlights of where we're going, a little bit more highlights. So if we see a glacier, I'm going to fly the drone out there. I've been asked a lot to fly the drone. I kind of got away from it for a while because I got burnt out. I'm going to go ahead and start doing the drone of the Alaska series, and we're going to start doing some close-up work like I used to do with all my wildlife photography for all those that have been following me forever. Anyways, we hope you join us on this adventure. I'll see you in Bellingham when we leave on the Alaskan Ferry.
So really quick, it's supposed to rain almost the whole time we're there. So let's hope we have a little bit of sunshine so we can actually do some drone footage. Otherwise, we're just gonna be wet the whole time. We'll still get stuff. We did it while we were on the boat too. All right, catch you later.